So, yeah, to summarize, when we can when we can understand that the thoughts that are flowing through our mind don't necessarily belong to us. They're actually projections from the wall, the program, which is essentially using some kind of electromagnetic way to connect with our minds. It's putting thoughts into our minds through subconscious programming, or seeding, or shooting something into our minds which we perceive as thoughts. And when we're perceiving them as thoughts, we think that they're our thoughts. We think that they come from our truth. But we need to understand that the wall, or the canyon which we're flowing through, has the ability to plant seeds of thoughts within our minds. They don't have the power to plant thoughts within the heart. This is our truth. This is how we can truly understand what's good for our hearts. And our true identity is to understand and to learn to listen to the heart, and to become aware of the thoughts that are flowing through our minds don't necessarily have a good purpose for us. Because if they can hook onto us with a thought, when I say they, I'm referring to the canyon, or the fishermen that are sitting on top of the canyon let's just keep it with the canyon. When the canyon is trying to, or the thorns are trying to hook onto us, once they have the ability to hook onto us, they can pass fear, stress, worry into our perception. If you hook onto something and then you start believing in that something, you can start to worry that you're going to it's pretty fucked up how it can convince us that this is so meaningful that it's so meaningful that it can make us stress and worry and fear that we're going to actually lose attachment to the thing that caught onto us in the first place to purposely put us in states of fear, stress, and worry. When we can connect to the heart, we understand that nothing that is true to the heart wants to cause us fear, stress, and worry. Nothing. Fear, stress, and worry isn't true to our originality. So anything that is true from the heart doesn't have the ability to connect to fear, stress, and worry. Only perceptions that are programmed within the mind, which are hooked onto us through the mind, have the potential to grow fear, stress, and worry. So when we're walking on the path in life and we get hooked onto something, we need to observe where this is coming from. Is it coming from our mind? Is it coming from a mental thought? Is it coming from, where's the thought coming from? Is it coming from the heart? Is it generated from love, truth, from the heart? Kindness, positivity. Positivity. Is it coming from a thought, from an emotion of positivity? Is it coming from the frequency of love? Where's the thought coming from? Once we can understand that some of these thoughts are actually projected into our minds, and we got to wake up actually to understand that this is the power of something outside of our out of our consciousness, out of our sense of awareness, is that there is something that has the ability to influence us in life. Our whole life is being raised within a cosmic field of manipulation, and we need to wake up to understand that. Look at the programming of society, is that there is something, at the top which does project thoughts into our minds, and that's what keeps us in society and keeps us functioning as a society. Is we have normalities, we have an agenda, we have a pen. And it doesn't want us to get out of the pen. It wants us to keep us in the pen. People can say, no, this is evolution. This is how we've structured society. No, this is how control has kept us in the pen. And the truth is whatever is keeping us in the pen doesn't want us to become aware of its presence. And that's why we're so happy with our lives, yet we're so lost within our true originality. Because whatever's putting us in the pen doesn't want us to understand what we truly are. We want to stay in the illusion of what we think we are, and then we don't ask bigger questions. We just stay in the illusion.